Hey, happy Tuesday. Hey, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, happy Christmas Eve, happy couple days after the solstice, happy Merry Christmas. Why do we say Merry and people in Britain say happy? I mean, it's both. Anyway, how are you? How are you? Did you check your email? Have you gotten your email? It's a little gift from me to you. I couldn't resist. I would love to have more people come through and do energy sessions, and I don't talk about them except for once a month when we do our intuitive healing sessions, which the next one will be January 5th. So you're going to want to check that out. Today, of course, of all days, I wanted to come in and give you a little taste of what's going on inside of Equine Alchemy, because so much of awakening our inner magic is learning to find our inner stillness, learning to find peace within ourselves, learning to be present. And what better holiday to talk about this around other than Christmas? Because when we get together with our families, the whole purpose and premise behind these gatherings is to be present, is to enjoy the magic of Christmas. And what is that magic? I mean, yes, there's definitely the magic of giving and the magic of receiving and that reciprocal energy there. But really, it comes down to presence. It comes down to being able to spend time with the people that we love. And in our society, the way things are set up, we get special time off to have Christmas, right? To be able to, I should probably make sure that this is all coming through as I want to, but it looks fine. Anyway, to be sure that we are able to be grateful for our family and to enjoy the time that we have with them, because we know that our time here on this planet is limited and we don't actually know how much time we get, and things change in an instant. Our holidays don't always look the same from year to year, and not everybody is frolicking around about what their plans are for tomorrow. You know, some people are very much heavily wrapped in grief in this time because they don't get this presence that hopefully you and I are going to wake up tomorrow and be gifted with. And yeah, so today is about that. It's about giving you a little bit of insight into what we're doing inside of Equine Alchemy, and to create this presence, and know that it applies across the board in all areas. One of my favorite phrases, statements, things to remind myself and others is that separation is the illusion. We are a highly compartmentalized society. When you go to work, you leave your home life at the door. When you come home, you leave your work life at the door. This is not something that we should not be bringing these two things together. We should be able to just flip a switch and not worry about something. And in some cases, that is a very, very useful skill set, right? Especially like when we think about tragedy. When bad things happen, it is very powerful to be able to flip the humanity switch, if you will, Vampire Diaries fans, flip that humanity switch and be able to just function, because our emotions aren't important. It's what the actions that we need to take to get through this, right? But also, it's so important that we recognize that that is an illusion, that our emotions are still there and they are still important. And so when you're going from work to home and home to work, we get to be more fluid in that. And really what would serve us all is if we were honest about what was happening when we came up to that border where we should be compartmentalizing and pushing things aside, right? And I think if we did that more on a daily basis, I know this is true for a fact. I know it's true because I've lived it. When we do this more on a daily basis, when we stop the compartmentalizing, allowing ourselves to feel our emotions, to process our emotions on a daily basis, this becomes so much easier to do on days like Christmas. when we should be feeling our feelings, when we should be feeling our gratitude and leaning into our grief, because grief is there as a reminder of what was. And while that is terribly sad and can be extremely painful, we grieve because we loved. We grieve because we had joy. We knew joy. And the extent to which we can experience our grief is an example of the extent that we can experience our joy and our love. So hopefully we get to experience some joy every day. And if we are going through Christmas and the holidays and struggling a bit with grief, just know that all feelings is to be felt, and all feelings flow. So no feeling will last forever, and you can choose to shift a feeling in any moment. And I don't just mean shut them off. I mean, when you truly experience and process an emotion, what it means to process an emotion is to feel it fully and to explore it. Ask yourself questions about why you feel the way you feel. Ask yourself questions about if the reason behind your feeling is justified or if it's true. Because sometimes we tell ourselves stories about why we feel a certain way. And that story is the reason why we feel that way. But the story is not fact. It is in fact fiction. And that means that we are choosing, when we tell ourselves a story, we are choosing to feel a feeling that maybe we're done feeling and we don't want to feel it anymore. So let's just take a few minutes. I'm going to kind of lead you guys in a brief meditation to find your stillness. And this is something that in Equine Alchemy, we are focusing more on applying this to our horses and creating this presence and stillness with our horses to create a deeper connection that allows for more two-way communication, which is kind of the intent here. But recognize that tomorrow is the day to experiment with this and to play with this and to truly experience it to its fullness with your family, with the people that you hold most dear, because that is what Christmas is about. It's about being present. It's about being grateful. It's about looking around and feeling the magic of connection. That's what gift giving is about. That's what receiving gifts is about. It's about feeling seen and heard, which creates a connection with the people around you. So let's just do a really quick meditation. You can go ahead and just start with rubbing your hands together. As we go through this meditation, you're going to just drop your hands into your lap, palms up, which is receiving position. And if it gets if for whatever reason you feel like it's too much, that's totally fine. You can flip your hands over and ground yourself into your own energy by putting your hands palm down on your thighs. Totally works. So, are you ready? Let's take some deep breaths. Just let your hands fall open in your lap. Feel the tingle on your hands. Feel your feet on the ground. Deep breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth. I want you to just imagine yourself in a common location with your horse. Maybe that's their stall. Maybe that's their pasture. I just want you to visualize being there. So maybe that means you feel it, you see it, you sense it, however that works for you. Within your mind, put yourself in a safe and common place with your horse. I want you to feel your horse's breath on your hands as they just breathe into your palms. Maybe their whiskers tickle you a little. You feel that breath just dance across your hands. Take a deep breath in and smell your horse. That comforting smell that gives you peace like nothing else. Now just notice the sensation in your body that comes with that peace. Your horse starts to nuzzle into your chest. You just breathe in this moment. Breathe in this experience as you allow yourself to receive love and attention from your horse. Go ahead and give your horse a little scratch or a rub on the face. Maybe a little kiss on the nose, and thank them for their presence and their love. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And whenever you're ready, bring yourself back to the here and now. Rub your hands together. Feel the heat in your hands, the tingle of magic as you pull them apart. I don't know about you, but that felt like a lot more than just a few minutes. And that is the power and the magic of finding your own stillness, which you can do in many ways. And I can tell you that my meditations did not start with my horses, but boy, oh boy, are they so much more fun when my horses are in them, and so much easier to really find that stillness so quickly. So if meditation is not something you're familiar with or that you've struggled with, I highly recommend that you meditate with your horse. Yes, physically in the same space, or like we just did today, visualizing your horse and bringing them into being a part of the equation, because our horses, naturally, they are just very grounded beings. And if your horse struggles with anxiety, they can still be a grounded being. That's a fun concept. But by you regulating your emotions and finding your inner stillness, you will help them to regulate theirs. So remember that your horses are a mirror of you. And if they struggle to find their grounded inner stillness, it is likely that you do as well. And I encourage you to play with this practice and play with it tomorrow on Christmas Day when you're sitting with your family and friends, or even if you find yourself alone on the day. That is totally okay. And you can create this connection and this magic through yourself. So while you're sitting tomorrow and basking in the day that is the stillness and magic of Christmas, lean into it. Find the stillness within yourself and bring your attention and your awareness to the gifts of having Christmas Day, having a roof over your head, having the ability to connect via social media, via in person, seeing your family, getting together and actually connecting in person and just basking in that presence. Feel the energy around you. Allow yourself to find that stillness so that you can become aware of that connection. Just like when you're with your horse and you find and feel the connection like we just did in that meditation, where you can feel them bringing their energy into you and sharing love and gratitude with you. You can do the same thing tomorrow simply by bringing your attention to it. Allow yourself to have one of those super corny Hallmark moments while you're sitting by the tree in the light and really just looking around and appreciating everything that you see. So that's really all I have for today. I just want to remind you to check your emails. Check your emails for a little bit of extra magic as a gift. And to let you know that if you are still sitting here thinking I should have jumped into Equine Alchemy, you can still do that. You can absolutely still jump in. Everything we've done so far is available to you, and we still have a whole week of Equine Alchemy left. So I will go ahead and pop that link in the comments, and I hope to see you on the inside. Have a very Merry Christmas, and I will chat with you next Tuesday.